We think. So this is my version of the Kylie Jenner eye look that she wore to the Fashion Awards very recently. I'm back again with another educational beauty video, and this time it is how to recreate a Kylie Jenner eye makeup look. It's from the Fashion Awards. I absolutely loved her eye makeup here, and it's really simple, but I think that it's something that you guys would really love too. Now, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you don't ever miss any of my future videos. I'm over on Instagram, so please do come say hi there too. And let's go straight into the video now. I've been really excited about doing this video because I love the makeup that the Kardashians and the Jenners do. I absolutely love it. I think it's flawless. It's not obviously them who do it, but today I want to recreate an eye look by Kylie Jenner, and she recently wore this at the Fashion Awards and I absolutely loved it because it was just really understated. I think Makeup by Ariel did the makeup, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm not recreating her entire look because otherwise I would have had, you know, so I'm not trying to look like her because I don't have the full thing, like the full outfit and the full hair done like her. I just want to focus on the eye look so that it's really easy for you guys to recreate and it's not overwhelming. It's quite an easy look. Like once you've done it a couple of times, I think you're going to master it. But I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, and I'm using the lightest shade, which is matte 1, I believe. I'm going to basically take that over my lid using my 222 brush from Zoeva. I'm using the flat part of the brush and I'm basically just going to press it along the whole lid, and this is going to brighten up this whole area because basically this whole area here is a lot brighter than the rest of the eye. So can you see how this has just opened up the whole eye area there? Like all of that. Let's do the same on this eye. I'm actually just pressing. You don't have to drag the color, like you don't have to go back and forth. And I'm really going into the inner corners here because that's going to help to really open that up. Now I'm going to use matte 8 and I'm using my Sigma E27 brush. What I'm going to do is press this along this area here, so just where the crease is. I'm not going to take it all the way in. I'm just kind of like applying it to just this area here. I'm pressing it, right? So I'm not moving the brush back and forth. There's not too much of the product on the brush either. Now I'm also going to just press a little bit up this way so that it just lifts the eye a little bit. Now I'm just making sure that's not like too light but not too dark either, and I'm not going back and forth again. Now what I'm going to do is just use the tip now and just take it in a little bit, but not quite low. I'm taking it like just above the crease and I'm pressing. Now there's nothing on this brush, and now this is where I'm going to just drag a little bit, because what I'm doing is I'm just getting rid of any kind of like harsh lines that I can see. And it doesn't take continuous blending to have to do that sometimes. Honestly, if you go in very light like I did with the color, it's much easier to blend afterwards rather than going in with a whole load of color and then trying to blend. That's where sometimes you watch tutorials and the person sitting there going like this constantly. It's like you don't need to, it doesn't need that much blending if you apply it in the right way to begin with. So you saw how I just pressed and it was very light. And then what I do is I have a look like, is there any kind of like harsh edges? And that's where I use the edge of the brush, make sure there's no product on the brush. And that's when I just like lightly blend it, and that's it. Same here, we're pressing. See how we just like basically pressed along the last quarter of the eye, and then we're pressing right into the crease, and we're using the flat part of the brush, like the biggest part, and there's not a lot of product on this brush. And then what we're doing is we're using the tip, and we're carrying a little bit further in, but not too low. We're kind of like going a little bit above the crease now. Now this is where there's nothing on the brush, and this is where I'm just gonna like blend, all I'm doing is dragging the color wherever I can see that there's any kind of like harsh edges. I'm just dragging it out a little bit. Right, now I'm taking my E15 brush from Sigma, going into that same color, just using the tip, and then I'm taking the excess off in the back of my hand. And this is where I'm gonna go like right into my lower lashes. Press it there, press it back and forth there, press it back and forth there. Not all the way in, so you leave a little bit of a gap there. But that's about it. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Even though it might feel like you can't see anything, it will be there. be patient. You don't need to apply too much. You don't need to apply it until you can really see it. Now, I need a little bit of a kind of, not sparkle, but sheen. I'm actually not going to use an eyeshadow. I'm just going to use my highlighter that I used on the rest of my face, which I've already kind of got on a little bit of my nose. I'm using my Tom Ford Skin Illuminating Duo, and I'm using the more rose gold shade, and so the actual palette is Mood Light, and I'm using my MAC 219 brush. So I'm going to go into that highlighter, and this is where I'm going to go on the inner corner, just a little bit. But I'm also going to go along just this little bit here. Let's go there as well. Just going to like give the smallest kind of like highlight there. This is where we are going to go super thin on the eyeliner, but just this front section needs to be super thin, like super thin. I'm literally not even drawing a line. I'm going to go so close to the lash line that it basically just, it ends up like just being the most ultra thin line. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see. I'm going to just go like really thin. See how thin that is there? I'm going to do the same on the other eye, so I do it in sections. The aim is you look down into the mirror, which allows you to really get super thin. Because what we're doing is we're going so close to the lash line that it's not creating like a thick line at all. We're just going to carry on this thin line, kind of to the end of the lash line, but a little bit before the end. Same on this side. Much easier if you actually make it thin to begin with, because you can always thicken it after. So now what I'm going to do is just go a little bit thicker along here from halfway across. Can you see how we've got a little bit thicker there? We're going to do the same here. Okay, now this is where we're going to do the flick. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little line, very small, because her wing is not very kind of like long. So there's a tiny bit of a gap from my end of my lash line to where the wing actually is, and it's not very long, and there isn't actually a dip in the wing. It's quite straight. So we're going to do the same here. Let's go in with my mascara. I'm just using my Charlotte Tilbury Push-Up Lashes. I'm just going to apply a very small amount on my lower lashes. Not too much. I don't want it to look like spidery, but just enough to kind of like coat my lower lashes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just see if I want to add a few kind of flares near the end. I'm using the Kiss individual lashes because I don't actually, in my own brand, we don't have individual lashes. Maybe we should do, but I'm going to use these because these are pretty good. So I'm just going to start just literally applying a few, just starting from the end. Because if I start from the end, then I know like how much I want going in. I'm leaving a little bit of space between each one. Just that half of the eye has got, that half of the lash line has got lashes on there, as in like false lashes. So what I'm going to do is, before I decide to add any more, I'm going to do the other side. Okay, while that is kind of like drying, I don't think there's really much else to do there, but I'm going to go back and have a look at it once it's dry. I'm going to do my lips. I think I probably will go for the same kind of lip that she wore at the awards. This is my Hindash lip tone pencil in Hush, and I'm going to quite heavily line my lips and then blend it in with a lip brush. Can you see I'm just feathering it in? So what I'm doing is I'm going to get my lip brush, which doesn't have anything on there, and just basically drag the lip line inwards, just so it doesn't look like an obvious line. There you go. And then we're going to finish off with the Fenty Heat lip gloss in Fenty Glow. I think that's going to be a nice little added touch. What do we think? So this is my version of the Kylie Jenner eye look that she wore to the Fashion Awards very recently. I know she had a whole hairstyle thing going on with it. We haven't really gone for that whole full look. I really wanted to just focus on the eyes. The lips were just a kind of like added bonus for you guys. But I really do hope that you've seen how easy this look really is to create, and you don't have to actually spend too much time kind of like blending and blending and blending. It's pretty easy if you apply it in the right way. So I hope all of that made sense. What do you think? I really love this look. Like, I just think it's a really nice look. I think I probably would have like maybe lifted my brows a little bit more. I think that would have been nice. But anyway, we're not going for the like, you know, I want to look like Kylie Jenner. We're just going for how to recreate that look. Doesn't mean you have to have similar features to her. It means it will look different on you, but that's a good thing. Now, okay, I really do hope you've enjoyed it. I hope wherever you are in the world, you have the most blessed day, and it's really productive and full of love and full of laughter and full of happiness. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments box below. Don't forget, all the products are listed in my description, so all you need to do is head over, click on the link, and it will take you directly to them or the most similar product. So if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you don't ever miss any of my future videos. And I will see you on the next video.